All right. So the Super Eagles enter their final day of World Cup qualifiers with opportunities still on the table to keep their dream alive. And let me just say this. If they somehow, some way manage to get the job done tomorrow, I feel like all will be forgiven. All will be forgiven. I'm talking about the general public. Nobody's going to be thinking about how hard it was, how hard we made it. All people are going to be thinking about is the fact that they got the job done. And all these people saying, oh, they're not going to qualify, oh, they're this, they're that, their narratives will change. A lot of people will start changing up. And, it will go from, oh, this team is so useless to, oh, this team never gave up. This team always believed. So I feel like this is an opportunity to go from zero to hero overnight. This is a good opportunity. This was something that was kind of unthinkable last month when we finished that second game against South Africa. But now we're in a much better position. A few things have changed that may or may not favor us. But the fact remains, we still have to handle business on the day. We have to handle our business. Of course, we hope for other things to happen, but there are things that we can do to put ourselves in the best of positions, and we will need to do that on the day, which we will be talking about in this video. Of course, this is the match preview video, so we will be match previewing in this video. Before we get started, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. So yeah, Super Eagles of Nigeria will be taking on Benin Republic in their 10th and final group match of World Cup qualification. The game will be played tomorrow, Tuesday, the 14th of October. 5 p.m. Nigerian time will be the start, and it will be hosted at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. To watch the game, you can catch it on Super Sports, which is on DSTV and GoTV. You can also catch it online on YouTube on Sporty TV. They have it live on there. You type in Sporty TV like on your screen, and it's going to take you straight there. Now, going into the match for Benin Republic, I think a draw would be okay, depending on the South Africa-Rwanda result. But a win would be the best result for them. A win will get them in the World Cup, no matter what anybody does. So that's that for them. Then for the Super Eagles, we need to win. We cannot draw. We need to win this game. That's just a matter of fact right there. We need to win this game. No matter what happens in the other games, at least a win in this game will put you in a position. Then you have to talk about the amount of goals that you might need to score. If we win the game, South Africa doesn't win their game, we're going to be first place in the group. Well, I don't know. If it's a 1-0 win, as you see the table, a 1-0 will put us 12 goals scored, 8 goals conceded, and Benin Republic 12 goals scored, 8 goals conceded. So I don't know how that will be settled, but let's just say a 2-0 win for the Super Eagles and a non-win for South Africa against Rwanda will get the Super Eagles in the World Cup directly. Then when it comes to the best second place teams, as you see right here, South Africa is representing our group, which is probably because they're second in the group without taking away the points. But if you do take away the points, we do have 12 points, so we're higher than them. A win for us will put us on 15 when it comes to the second place teams, and that will put us in contention for qualification. Of course, you see DR Congo with a game in hand. They take on Sudan. If they win that game, they will move up to 16, pushing Naija Republic out of the top 4. So we'll have to kind of catch up with Burkina Faso. So probably you will need to score 3 goals unanswered in the game against Benin Republic to catch up with Burkina Faso. And I think 3 goals unanswered, let me look at it right here. 3 goals unanswered will put you 14-8. And when it comes to goals scored, that will be how you would qualify over Burkina Faso right there. So yeah, implications still on the table. You still can qualify being number 1 in the group, and you also can qualify from the second place teams. But like I said, you just have to win. You must win to give yourself any type of opportunity in this qualifiers right here. Now, when it comes to the game, the first thing I want to say is that we got to really understand that the mistakes that happened in the last game were team mistakes. You can't put them on one player. And this is not a smart idea going into a match like this, because it's the recipe for more mistakes. When you don't acknowledge something as a team situation and you try to make it a one-person situation, that's a recipe for another person to make a mistake. I feel like we have to understand that aerial balls are something we need to be better at. Players miss headers. Those two situations right there with Stanley Wabali, you have players missing headers. And it's real easy to point fingers at one person and just forget about everything, your system, everything, and just say, hey, this is the reason why, when it isn't. So I feel like as a team, they have to be together going into this game. They can't be looking like, hey, this guy's the weak link, this guy's not. They got to go in there as one team. And we as fans need to do a good job of keeping the team together. I see a lot of people comment talking about drop Wabali. How will you drop a player right before a match like this? Right before. No goalkeeper in camp has had more than one match for the team. The one match Adele had was against Sierra Leone when he came in. Did a good job, by the way, but this is a different situation. You're talking about a goalkeeper that went through the AFCON with us, has gone through these qualifiers, 2 qualifiers now, and you're trying to drop him at the last asking. That's a recipe, another recipe for disaster right there. So I'm not in agreement with that. Then another thing, we got to understand the General factor. This is a match that really, really means a lot to him. He would want to stick it to the NFF and maybe some Nigerians who doubted him. So this would be real big for him, and he will come into this game trying to get a result, which of course he's always trying to get a result, right? But I think this will mean extra important to him. So you got to think about that going into the matchup. Also, for our head coach, I got a clip right here of Eric Shell talking about the matchup, saying this is the biggest match of his career. Let's check it out real quick.
For me, like the coach is maybe the most important game for my career. So I'm very happy, very exciting. Sometimes I'm a little nervous, but I like the pressure. And you need to push this guy. You need to be with this guy positively first, and you will see this guy will play this game, the best game of their life. But this game starts with you. This is the reality. And my player will follow you for sure at 100%.
So yeah, I know a lot of people will say, well, it's easier said than done, or let me see it on game day. But I mean, I kind of see it in his eyes that he really means it, and he really, really wants to succeed in this situation right here. This would be a real feather to his cap. So I can totally understand why he would say something like that. Like I said at the beginning, all will be forgiven, and I mean, narratives will change. All of a sudden, you go from a horrendous coach to a great coach with one result and other things going your way. Now, for the result to go the way of the Super Eagles, I feel like we have to come out fighting. We got to fight from start to finish. A controlled fight. We got to be feisty. We have to be aggressive, but we also have to be smart. Yes, you have to be physical, but you have to be smart. You can't be making silly fouls. You can't pick up silly cautions and things like that. But let that take none away from how you're going to approach this match right here. This is definitely a physical battle, and you will have to win on the physical side to have any chance winning on the scoreboard. I don't think you can have one without the other. I don't think you can win this game without indulging in a physical battle against Benin Republic. They're going to come out to make it tough on us, and it will be up to us to be up to the task. So yeah, this is gonna be a real tough one, but I feel like if we come out and actually put up that fight that we need to, we can get a result in this one. And when it comes to the goals, we can't go in there thinking, oh, we need 3 goals, we need 4 goals, we need this amount of goals. We got to go in thinking, let's get that first goal, let's get that second goal, let's get 1 goal at a time. You can only score 1 goal at a time. What that means is we got to be composed. We got to be composed in front of goal. That one chance that you're about to get is not going to count as 2, 3 goals. It's going to count as 1. So just take your time, put that one away, and hopefully there are other chances to come later on. So we got to take care of what we can take care of, basically, is what I'm saying. Now, last but not least, of course, we're going to talk about the starting 11 going into this one. No Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman will not be playing in this one. Picked up a second yellow card in the match against Lesotho. And I feel like we need to talk about protecting our star players when it comes to the Super Eagles. It's like we need somebody who's going to be doing the dirty work. Ever since Ogenyi Onazi left this team, it feels like you can do our superstars any way you want, because the players we have on this team are just coming in there to be blessed are the peacemakers. You're peacemaking, and now your star player is not playing because he had to take the law in his own hand. When is somebody going to step up and protect one of these guys, Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen? Victor Osimhen just got injured, and you're letting him touch your star players any type of way. I feel like that's not right. I feel like we need to work on that. If we need to bring somebody in to pick up yellows, we need to do that. But we can't just be letting all these stuff slide. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, when it gets to the star lineup, of course, Ademola Lookman, like I said, will not be part. I think Samuel Chukwueze more than likely will take that spot from Ademola Lookman. Me personally, I would like to see Frank the Tank in that midfield. I would like to see 3 midfielders on the pitch, freeing up Alex Iwobi and Wilfred Ndidi a little bit of some hard work. I would like to see that, definitely. Don't know if we will, but that would be something I'd like to see. Benjamin Frederick came in at that right back position in the game against Lesotho. I feel like he was solid. Not too special, but he was solid enough. I think even the penalty goal, the penalty we won, he put that ball in the box. He got a little bit friendlier going forward as the game went on. I think he did. He was credible enough. He wasn't like all the iron up, but he was good enough in that position. I would probably expect him to start in this one right here. The defense, I think, will be the same. Goalkeeping the same. Midfield looking the same, probably. And then I feel like the changes will come in the attack. You'll probably see Samuel Chukwueze come in for Ademola Lookman. Tolu Arokodare, I don't think he was that bad against Lesotho in that first half. Had a couple off moments, but so did a number of players on the day. But of course, Akko Adams came in, scored. He looked good alongside Victor Osimhen. They looked smooth together. So I don't know how the coach will go in that department. I'm thinking Akko Adams should get the start from the way he looked in that matchup. Of course, you have Christantos Uche on the bench. You have Terry Murphy on the bench. So the options are there. But I'm thinking more than likely Akko Adams gets that start alongside Victor Osimhen. But like for me personally, if I'm the one, I'll start Victor Osimhen by himself. Put Samuel Chukwueze, Moses Simon on either wing. Frank the Tank Onyeka would be the other player that I would put into that midfield alongside Wilfred Ndidi and Alex Iwobi. That's what I would do. But I'm thinking the coach will stick with his 4-4-2 and put in Akko Adams. And let's see how that goes, though. Hopefully, we handle business with whatever lineup or formation the coach puts out there. I think we could get the job done. Let me know your predictions in the comment section. I don't make predictions because, as you all know, I'm always saying the Super Eagles or any Nigerian team will win. So it's kind of useless with my predictions because I'm always going to say the Super Eagles will win. But let me know your predictions in the comment section. If you have a bad prediction, keep it to yourself. Nah, I'm just playing. Let me know all predictions and all that good stuff. Talk about the game. Let's talk. Make sure to like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.